Welcome to Learn Programming with UDay. In this video, we will try implementing Stack ADT using arrays. In the previous video, we have discussed the theoretical portion of stack data structure and different operations that we can perform on Stack ADT, like push operation, pop operation, display, peek, and count operation. So in this video, we will try implementing them practically using C programming language. So here in the beginning itself, I have taken the basic structure of the program. So this is not that very complicated to understand, so you don't have to worry a lot about it. So all I have done first is I have declared all the header files that are necessary. And here I have taken a constant called max, which you can see, which I'm highlighting here, because in this program I am setting up a maximum limitation for the stack to go overflow is 5. So you can change this value from 5 to 10, and if I change this from 5 to 10, now I'll be able to store a maximum number of 10 values in the stack that we are going to construct. So here I have taken 5 as the value, and here in global declaration section I have taken a stack array, and the size of the array I have taken as 5 just to not complicate things, but you can also take any size you require here, but make sure that the size is more than the maximum value that you set. For example, here I have set a max value of 5, but I cannot go ahead and take the stack array size as 3 because the maximum size is 5 and the array size that you are constructing is 3, which will not work out in this case. So you should always make sure that the maximum value is lesser than the array size, or the array size is maximum or bigger than the maximum value that you are going to set. So here I am taking the same value just to keep things very simple, and I have taken top equals to -1 in global section because we are going to make use of this stack array and top variable in all of these user defined functions which we are going to build. So because of this reason, I have declared top and stack array in the global declaration section so that we will be able to access stack array and top variable in any of these user defined functions and also in our main program or in main section. And I have taken main section like this. Now let us go ahead and construct our program. So here I would like to create a menu to the user. What I mean by that is I would like to give a menu to the user like 1 for push and 2 for pop, 3 for display, display, 4 for peek and 5 for count and 6 for exit. Now I'll ask the user to enter your choice, and based on the choice that user selects, for example, if I have selected option 1, now I will take the user to the push operation, and if user has selected option 3, then I will take this execution to display function where all the values gets displayed. So now I would like to construct this menu to the user again and again in a repetitive manner unless user selects option 6. What I mean by that is, for example, if user selects option 1 now, then user will get an option to enter X value where user can enter the value, for example 10. Now this 10 value will be pushed into the stack and the menu same will be printed back again, and it gives the user an option to select their choice. For example, this time if user selects option 3, it prints the values that are existing in the stack, for example in this case 10. Now after this, the menu will start printing again and again to the user unless user selects option 6. And if by chance user selects an option which is not between 1 to 6, let's say he has selected option 10, now we will do one thing, we will just tell to the user invalid choice, try again, and the menu gets printed back again to ask the user to enter the choice. If in case user selects option 6, now the program gets terminated right there. So now I would like to create this menu to the user, allowing him to select the choice of the operation should be performed. So to do that, here I will be constructing a do while loop, because do while loop will allow us to execute the line of statements even if the condition is false. Because of this reason, I am taking do while loop rather taking other loops that we have. And since here we would like to take choice from the user, I am taking an integer variable choice. And since push operation is expecting a value x here, now I am also taking one more variable called x. Hope you are clear with the variable declarations so far. Now let us go ahead and do our menu in the do while loop. First I'll take a printf statement and I'll go ahead and create the menu. If user selects option 1, I will make the push operation, and if user selects option 2, then for pop operation, and if user selects option 3, display operation, and if user selects option 4, we will go with peak operation, and if user selects option 5, then we will go with the count operation, and if user selects option 6, we will exit the program right there. Now we are done with creating our menu. We will go ahead and ask the user to enter their choice. Enter your choice. And after this, I have to read the choice that user has entered. I'll use scanf to read the choice that the user has entered. So the format specified for integer variable is %d, and I am storing it in the choice variable. So now the user selects any option among from 1 to 6, and the entered choice gets stored in the choice variable. After we are done reading the choice, now we will take a switch case statement to switch between the operations based on the choice that the user has entered. So I am passing choice variable to switch case statement, and I am taking case 1. So in case user selects option 1, now we have to execute push operation. To do this, the push operation is expecting x value in the function call. So I am asking user to enter x value, so that I will be able to pass the user entered value to the push operation to perform push operation. Now to read the same, I am using scanf %d for format specifier for integer and ampersand x. So now the user entered a value after selecting option 1 for push. Now I will just send this x value to the push operation to get executed. So we are done with the switch case statement. Let us break it. Now similarly, if user has selected option 2, the choice 2, we directly call pop operation. We don't have to pass any values to the pop operation because it is not expecting any. And let us break it. So I'm just trying to copy paste the same for the further operations to get executed. So option 3, we will call the display operation. Option 4, we'll call peak operation, and option 5 we call count operation, and option 6 we call exit operation. But exit, we have a predefined function or a keyword to break the program, that is return 0. So what happens is when user selects option 6 or the choice 6, case 6 gets executed, and since we have stated return 0, the program gets terminated right there. So we don't need this extra case. We just simply do default case. I'm doing default case because if user selects an option which is not between 1 to 6, then I would like to tell the user that he has selected an invalid choice. So invalid choice, try again. We are done with this switch case statement now. And now, so since we want this loop to be executed again and again repetitively until the user selects option 6. So we can achieve this infinite loop using this. So until and unless user select option 6, I want this loop to be executed multiple times again and again. So this is the main section or the main program for us. So first we have taken choice variable and x variable. I am trying to create a menu here using do while loop, and I am asking the user to enter their choice, and using switch case statement I am trying to traverse across the different cases or operations we have based on the choice user entered. Case 1 for push operation, case 2 for pop, case 3 for display, case 4 for peek, case 5 for count, and case 6 for breaking the program. And if in case user selected an option which is not between 1 to 6, then I am telling the user that he has entered the invalid choice and I am asking him to try again. So this loop will execute again and again multiple times in a loop. Now since we are done with our main program, let us go ahead and write definitions for this functions. So far we have only declared our functions and we have called those functions, but we did not yet defined those functions with logic, which we will do after our main section. So now first I'll try to create push function definition. I've removed semicolon and open parenthesis to create a block for push function. So to push a value into the stack, first we should check whether the stack is full or not, because if the stack is full or it is under overflow state, I can't be able to store any more values. So I use this if condition, which is top greater than or equals to max minus 1. Then we tell that the stack is completely full. So we just simply printf /n overflow stack is full. We cannot be able to insert any other values. What I mean by this is, let us say the maximum values that I can store in the stack is 5. Since we have taken the constant max equals to 5, which you can see here. Yeah. Now, the index numbers for arrays basically start from 0 and it ends at size minus 1. And here you can see that the stack size which we have taken is 5, which is similar to the max value. So the last index would be 4. Now, the top value has pointed to minus 1. After incrementing 5 numbers in the stack, the top becomes 4. Now, when top becomes 4, that means we have inserted technically 5 numbers in the stack, where the index number starts from 0 and it ends at 4. That means we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. We totally have 5 indexes where it starts from 0 and ends at 4. Because of this reason, I am comparing top greater than or equals to max minus 1. That means when top reaches the index 4 or above, then we will be in an overflow state where it tells that the stack is completely full. And in stack overflow state, we won't be able to insert one more value. I have briefly explained about this in the previous video in theoretical portion of the stack. You can also go ahead and watch the video to get some more clarity on same. Let us continue with coding. So if this case or if this condition fails, that means there is a vacant place where we can go ahead and store the value. To insert any new value, first I have to increment the top pointer variable or top variable, and then I'll be able to insert the new value in the topmost position. That I can do by stack of top equals to x. Here x is the variable which we received from the main function, where user enters the x value and the x value is being passed to the function definition from this function call. Hope you understood this. After we done with inserting the number, we just simply tell the user or highlight to the user, so and so number has been inserted, %t is inserted. Now just do the comma, and here we have inserted x. So x is the topmost value which got inserted, and in this else block when the stack is not under overflow. Now let us go ahead and do the pop operation. And to do the pop operation, first we should check for the underflow state of the stack. The word underflow means stack is completely empty. Obviously, we all know that when the stack is empty, there is nothing to be deleted. So we check the underflow state by top equals to -1. When top reaches -1 or below 0, that means there are no any numbers in the stack. So all we do is simply just print or tell to the user that the stack is in underflow state and stack is empty. Hope you are clear with this. If this condition fails, then we have some numbers in the stack which we can go ahead and delete. How we delete them is, before we delete it, we just simply print which number is getting deleted. I'll tell you why it has to be happened. %d is deleted, comma. Always we delete the topmost value in the stack because it follows last in first out and first in last out strategy, which I again explained in the previous video. And now to delete any number from the stack, all we do is decrement the top pointer or the top variable. What is happening in this particular line is, let us imagine the top value is connected to index 2 and stack of 2 is having a value of 20. So now if top equals to 2, that means stack of 2 is having a value 20. Now if I have to delete this value, all I have to simply do is do top minus minus. But if I don't print this particular line before doing top minus minus, the stack of 2 won't be able to be accessible later on. What I mean is, if I do top minus minus before, top value will become 1. Now after you get top equals to 1, we cannot go back to top equals to 2 since the top value has already been decremented. And since stack of 2 equals to 20, where top equals to 2 is decremented, we no longer be able to access this particular 20 after we decrement the top pointing variable. Because of this reason, first we print which number has to be deleted and then we decrement the top pointer just by doing top minus minus. Hope you are clear with this. So that is it. We are done with the pop operation too. Hope this is very simple and easy. Now we will try and do for display operation. So just like pop operation, display operation also we check for the underflow state. The reason is, when the stack is underflow, that means there are no any values in the stack. When there are no any values in the stack, obviously we cannot display any values. Yeah. So in case if the stack is not underflow state, in that case we can go ahead and display all the numbers that are there in the stack. To display all the numbers from top to the index 0, I should go with the for loop. So I first take I equals to top, because the top is the pointing variable which is only way we access all the data elements in the stack, and the least most index in the stack is 0, and we are coming from topmost element to the 0th index, so we are coming in a reverse direction. So I do I minus minus. Remember, never ever perform any operations on top unnecessary, because if you mess up top variable, we will completely mess up the stack and we get incorrect results to our operations. Because of which I have taken I variable and I have assigned the top variable to I, and I am performing increment and decrement operations for display on I variable. Since we are making use of I here, I have to declare a local variable int I within the display function. And post this, the work is very simple. All we have to do is just simply print the values which are stored in ith index of the stack. So we access stack values using stack array, and the index numbers from top to bottom are being assigned to the I variable. So all I do is just stack of I and just put a semicolon. So this is it. We are done with the display function too. So let us check whether the brackets were closed properly or not. Yes, we have. Now we will do the peek operation. Just like the pop operation and display operation, we should check for the underflow state even in the peek operation and also in the count operation. Why? Because we cannot check the topmost value when the stack is empty, and similarly we cannot count the number of values present in stack when the stack is empty. Because of this reason, we check underflow state in all these functions or in all these operations. If stack is not empty, then we can go ahead and print the topmost value. As we all know that in stack the topmost value always gets connected to the top variable. All we have to do is just simply print the topmost value which is stored in the stack, or the value where the top pointing variable is connected to the stack. We do that by /n topmost value is equals to %d and stack of top. So stack of top is the topmost variable or topmost value in stack all the time. This is it. We are done with the peek operation too. This looks very simple and easy. Now coming to the count operation, we should check how many number of values there are in the stack. We do this just by checking the topmost variable. If top is connected to index 2, that means we have 3 values in the stack, because the index number starts from 0, and if the top equals to 2, that means we have 0th index value, we have first index value, we have second index value. So we just simply get the count just by looking at the top variable value here. So we just simply print /n number of values in stack are equals to %ld top plus 1. Hope you understood this line, I believe. Let me explain that by taking a simple example. For example, we have top equals to 2. That means we have stack of 0 with some value, and we have stack of 1 with some value, and we have stack of 2 with some value. Here you can see that top is pointing to the topmost value of the stack all the time. Now top equals to 2 mean the topmost value right here is 30. So you can see that when top equals to 2, there are 3 numbers already in the stack. If I in case store one more value into the stack, the index becomes 3, and value, it could be anything, and we all know that top variable always points to the topmost value. Here the recently inserted value is 40 and its index is 3, so now the value of top will be 3. Here you can count that we have 10, 20, 30, 40. There are 4 numbers in the stack, or 4 values in the stack. We get this count just by doing top plus 1. Here you can see that top is having index 3, plus 1 will become 4. So it prints number of values in stack are 4. Hope you understood this now, I believe. Now we are done with writing code for all the functions. Let us go ahead and save it, and let me compile our program. Let me just hope and pray that there are no any errors in our program. Awesome. There are no any errors or nor warnings. Let us go ahead and run our program now. So you can see that we have this menu printed to us. This menu is printed because we have created a menu using do while loop in void main section. Here you can see this. We have print statement of all the options in menu. We have enter your choice, and also we have scanf to read the choice. Here you can see that we have them. Now let me enter option 1. You can see that it is taking me to case 1 where it is asking me to enter x value, and it is reading the x value and it will send it to the push operation. So now let me enter option some value to x, which is 10. Let me hit enter. Now you can see that 10 is inserted. It is displaying that 10 is inserted. Let me go to the push operation to show it to you. So here we have got 10 as value to this function from the void main section. It checked for the top greater than or equals to max minus 1. We initially took top equals to minus 1 as our default value. Since we did not insert any value into stack, so we have minus 1 in the stack, top. So minus 1 is not greater than or equals to max minus 1. So it went to the else block. So first it incremented the top variable and then it has assigned stack of top equals to x. Now it has printed me saying %d is inserted. Let me go ahead and try displaying the values that are there in the stack. So for now, I select option 3 to display. Oh, I'm sorry. So I believe it went into the infinite loop. Let me go ahead and check what the problem is. So option 3 has to take me for the display operation. Let me check for the display operation. So here we have I equals to top, but I am sorry, here I have taken I less than 0, which has to be I greater than 0. Let me save it and recompile our program, and let me run the program again. Hope it works now. So now let me go ahead and select option 1. It is asking me to enter a value 10, and it is telling me that 10 is inserted. Now let me display it. You can see that it is printing 10 as value from the stack. And let me insert one more value just to show how the insertion operation is working. Sorry. Enter x value. I have, let me take 20 this time. You can see it is telling me that 20 is inserted. Let me display it now. You can see that we have 10 and 20. 20 is in top of the stack. Now let me insert one more value. Let me insert 30 this time. Let me scroll this down a little. Yeah. Enter. Now you can see that it is telling that 30 is inserted. Let me display them now. You can see we have 30, 10 and 30, 20 and 10. Now you can see that 30 is the topmost element or the most recently inserted value. Now let me try and check the peak operation. Peak operation meant for getting the topmost value from the stack. It is telling that topmost value is 30 because you can see that the recently inserted value is 30. And now let me go ahead and do the count operation. You can see that number of values in stack are 3. You can see that we have 10, 20 and 30. We have 3 values, or it is telling me that there are 3 numbers in the stack. Let me go ahead and select option 2 to delete any number from the stack. It is telling that 30 is deleted. Why 30 is deleted? Because stack follows last in first out strategy, where the recently inserted or the lastly inserted value is 30 and that value gets deleted first, which tells that it is following strategy last in first out. Let me display the values just to check what happened after the pop operation. It is telling me that there is 20 and 10. Let me insert some more values like 40 and operation 1 again. Let me do 50 and 60 and let me do 70 now. Look at here. It is telling me that the stack is overflow. I cannot be able to insert any value. Let me display and view them to you now. You can see that we have 10, 20, 40, 50 and 60. There are 5 numbers and the maximum we can store here is only 5, because of which it is allowing me to store only 5 numbers. Now let me go ahead and select some invalid choice to be selected. Let me select 9. You can see that it is telling me invalid choice, try again. If I select option 6 now, it exits from the program execution. That is it. So we have implemented our stack program in this video. Hope you understood the program, and if you have any doubts in the program, please do mention that in the comment section. And if you like this video, please do like the video and share this video with your friends if you feel that this video is helpful in understanding programming and learning programming along with me. And if you want me to record videos on any other topics or programs on any other topics, please do mention that in the comment box too. So I'll meet you back in next video. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day ahead. Good day. Thank you.